Well, hello, folks. Hey, Bill O'Leary, coming to you live again on this Thursday. It's part of a weekly series that we do that we call it Thirsty Thursday. So it's where I go live. If you're stumbling across this for the first time, I go live and I talk about different issue, different topic that I see in what I do for work, what I do for a living. I'm a lawyer and I focus on estate planning, things like wills and estates and trust and that sort of thing. Elder law, as well as probate, and handling a lot of administration of estates and trusts. So, if you're thirsting for knowledge and for information, you've come to the right place. So, here's what I want to talk about today: Roth IRA. Three reasons to open a Roth IRA and to do it now. So, quick overview: IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. A lot of us have IRAs. Um, Now, there's a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA, and there's a difference between the two. So, with a traditional IRA, what you do is you contribute money to the account, and then you get a tax deduction, an offsetting tax deduction, and which means, as a result of that sort of offset, dollar for dollar, at the end of the day, you end up putting in to the account pre-tax money. That is money that's sitting there that has not been taxed yet. Then, when you take money out of that IRA, that traditional IRA, you do pay tax on the money that you take out. And if you wait until you're much older before taking money out, that means the money in the account will grow what's called tax deferred, hopefully for a long time. So you're not paying the tax now, you're paying the tax later, you're deferring the tax. Now, when you set up a Roth IRA, you don't get a tax deduction when you contribute money in to the account. So it means you're taking money that you've earned in your job, you've paid tax on it, and then you're putting that post-tax money into the account. So let's run through the three reasons to open a Roth IRA. Number one, reason number one, and this is where a Roth IRA can really outshine a traditional IRA. So as I said, that with a traditional IRA, you have to pay tax when you make a withdrawal from the account. It's only tax deferred while it stays in the account. It's not tax free. There is a difference between being tax deferred and tax free. Tax deferred means you don't pay it now, but it's deferred till later. So you're going to have to pay the piper later. Tax free is you're never going to pay tax. Now, compare that traditional IRA that's tax deferred, compare that to a Roth. When you take money out of a Roth, you don't pay any tax on the withdrawal. Now, by the way, as an aside, that tax-free treatment will apply only if you've opened up that Roth account, or frankly, any Roth account, at least 5 years ago in the past. So get started early with setting up a Roth. So think about it. You can put money into a Roth and leave it there to grow for a long time, many years, and it's never taxed while it grows in the account, and it's not taxed when you take the money out. It's a great deal. This is called, the magic of compounding. The longer the money has to grow within your Roth IRA, the more tax-free earnings you stand to accumulate. And if more accumulates now, then more can potentially compound on top of those earnings. As Albert Einstein once famously said about compound interest, believe it or not, he commented on it. He said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Another popular saying is, it's not about timing the market, but rather it is time in the market. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, why you should open a Roth. Well, with a traditional IRA, you have to start taking money out when you reach a certain age. These are called required minimum distributions, or RMDs for short. Under current law, that age is 73. You hit 73, you got to start taking out your minimum distributions. And by the way, in the year 2033, under the current tax law, it's scheduled to go up that age to age 75. So when you get old enough, you are going to be forced to take money out of the traditional IRA and pay tax on it. Compare that to a Roth. If you're the account owner who set up the account, you don't have to start taking out minimum distributions at a certain age. In other words, you can keep the money in the account for as long as you want to grow tax-free. Now, before getting to the third reason to open up a Roth IRA, just a quick aside, I want to mention there are income limitations that apply in order for you to open up a Roth. So for the year 2024, if you're single and you make under $146,000 a year, you can open a Roth and contribute up to the maximum for that year, which in 2024 is $7,500. That's the max you can put in for the year in a Roth. And by the way, that number is increased to $8,000 if, as a max, if you're age 50 or older. Now, if you're married, the income limit is $230,000 to be able to contribute the max. So, what if your income exceeds that? Does that mean you're out of luck and you can't open a Roth? No, not so fast. There is an awesome technique that a lot of high income people use. This is where you convert a traditional IRA contribution to a Roth. It's a technique called a backdoor Roth conversion, where you make a contribution to a traditional IRA and then you convert it, take the money out and move it over, convert it to a Roth. And you can do this because even if you have high income, there are no income limits for a contribution to a traditional IRA. Now, although you won't get the tax deduction for that contribution to the traditional IRA because your income is too high, so that's what we call a non-deductible contribution to the traditional IRA. But still, you put the money in, and then after you contribute to the traditional IRA, you go ahead and transfer those funds out of that traditional account into a Roth IRA at very little and possibly no tax cost at all. Most tax professionals recommend waiting 30 or probably closer, let's say 60 days to do the conversion. And by the way, it's okay if your income is high, because there are also no income limitations on a Roth conversion, going from a traditional to a Roth. Doesn't matter how much money you make. So voila, at the end of the day, you have money sitting in your Roth to grow tax-free, hopefully for a very long time. Again, we call this a backdoor Roth conversion. Talk to your tax professionals for more details. Reason number 3 why you should open a Roth: it will greatly benefit your beneficiaries, your heirs, after you die. If instead of having a Roth, you have a traditional IRA, current tax law forces your beneficiaries to pay taxes when they take the money out of the inherited IRA. So think of your adult children who may be successful in their own right, income coming into their households, and they already have a heavy tax burden. Inheriting your traditional IRA is only going to add to their tax burden. Now, let's compare that to a Roth IRA that is inherited by your heirs. At your death, you'll be able to keep the money in the inherited Roth account for the next 10 years after your death to continue to grow tax-free, and they won't be forced to take the money out and pay tax during that 10-year period. Again, tax-free, and they can keep it in there the whole 10 years. Compare that to your kids inheriting a traditional IRA, where the kids may very well be forced to take money out during the 10-year period. And certainly anytime they take money out, they're going to pay tax. So we are seeing increasing use of what are called these Roth conversions. Parents of adult children moving money from the traditional IRA to the Roth IRA. Yeah, parent pays some tax, but they take the tax hit now for the long-term benefit of the kids. So clearly, passing on a Roth IRA to the kids is a tremendous legacy for them. Your kids will thank you. If you'd like to know a little bit more about reasons to open up a Roth IRA and maybe how we can help, we'd love to talk to you. So as we do in all these Thirsty Thursdays, we invite you, we encourage you to go ahead and take that initial small step, scheduling a free discovery call. Go to our website, Legacy Planning Law Group, hit the book your free call button, pick the day and time that works for you. We'll jump on the call and we will start a conversation. Again, that call is complimentary. If you've enjoyed this video, like and share if you would, please. And hey, subscribe we've got a great YouTube channel putting up more and more content all the time. We have more and more subscribers, which we're very grateful for. Do subscribe. So hope you've enjoyed this talk. I'm going to give another talk next Thursday about the same time. Again, part of the Thirsty Thursday series. So if you're thirsting for knowledge, we will quench your thirst. So this is Bill O'Leary, I'm going to sign off for now. Go make it a great day and a better world.